Welcome to historic Nippert Stadium, home of the Cincinnati Bearcats. And they've been playing football here since 1902, and the fans are ready to see their team take the field. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the Houston Cougars taking on the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Cincinnati's offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to him on the ground. Got room at the 35. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Here comes the offense on first down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The sweet feet buy a little time. Going for a big play right off the bat. Grabs it inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Quarterback touch pass from the jet sweep. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. They're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Looking for a man. It's Sorsby. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Turner. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
This offense has a second down play. Smith wants to throw. Looking to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. And it'll be a short game. No need to take a big hit there on the scramble. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Throws to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Defense will always try to get some tips, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football, forcing the invitation.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll bring it back. It's Turner. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Got his man down the middle. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it and play it from the 33. The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That really speaks to the identity of this defense, guys. They take pride in big hits and clean tackles, but they are going to let you know they're there. And they're going to let you know for 60 minutes. I love this run defense because of the way they play the game.
To the air, it's Sorsby. He's right on target. Push down for the tackle.
It's hard to run a route or get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Pryor. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Looking for space. It's Pryor. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31 deep. The play action fake. Unloads it left. He's got it. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger.
That makes the score Houston 10, Cincinnati 0.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
He's got it. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
You run those routes, those curl routes, just like that. Those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football, so you better put that thing on a line, and the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job, great catch. First down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Sweet cut there. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
That's caught. It's Turner. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense
couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Quickly out to the tight end. And the Bearcats have a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Guys, it's been an entertaining 1st half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here.
He's going for a big play downfield. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Houston going up tempo.
At the 31-yard line. Good enough for a 1st down.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Avoids pressure. He'll pull it down and run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Well, they've already made one. 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
That makes the score Houston 13, Cincinnati 2.
So they put the points of this first half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give on the counter. At the 35, he's loose. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch it. Down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Bearcats will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick off.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Smith dropping to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Houston is moving it quickly down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They'll throw it on first down. Finds a man on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. It's complete. A huge pickup. There he goes down the right side. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. They'll try to pound their way in. He goes airborne, and he's in there, and the 2-point try is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing.
Oh, look out! The 40!
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Finds a man on the left. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Third and goal coming up here. Smith wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It is perfect.
That makes the score. Houston, 23, Cincinnati.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
To kick this one over.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Going up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pryor. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you. Running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Caught in the backfield. It's Pryor. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Unloads it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Royer. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bearcats!
And he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into the season.
Got a hand on it, and it's blocked. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. He's inside the 40. The 20. He took it all the way back, and not only that, they tie the game on the defensive 2-point conversion. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's straight. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Houston offense once again. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Bearcats! How about that D coming up with a play like...
Away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play of the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's Need. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Looking for a deep man. And it's caught inside the 30. He's off to the races.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The inside handoff. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Smith dropping to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Got it behind the line. It's Pryor. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The Bearcats pick up the first down.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand it. They're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Ready to fire from the pistol. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Big big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
The Bearcats send out the punt unit.
Number 31. Odds to punt it away.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond.
He uncorks one deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. A 5-point game here, getting very late in the offense. Will stay on the field on fourth down. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets